Okay, so we've been here a month. When we first got here, we had a lot to do in the condo to get it prepped for actually living. And in also in that amount of time, we figured let's get out at least every couple of days and visit somewhere, go to a mall, shop, those kind of things. So some of the places that we've gone to are definitely all the different malls.
Yeah, we've gone to a lot of malls. Any mall that we can get to from the BTS, we just shoot over there and go check it out.
And it's mostly just walking around. It's not necessarily shopping in every single one of them, although we pick up some little item or something while we're
Every
there.
time.
Take pictures, take videos, because they all have some sort of themes. Like this month, it's been all Chinese New Year. So there's lots of red, lots of horses, things like that. All kinds of things that are red for sale. They've also had like little shows. And I mean, like everywhere you go, there's some sort of either art exhibit or some special place, like one is set about around, Nextopia, which is like everything that's recycled and eco. Yeah. So there's something in every mall to see. It's not just about going to shop. It's like a social, it's a place to go and socialize. There's a movie theater. There's like at least one or two food courts.
Okay, so here's my thing about the mall. It's an awing experience to visit them because I can always compare them to America's mall, because America has diminished the mall because of all the crimes and shooting. But here, it's always upper floor, 6, 5 floors, and different things from water sports to trees and grass. And it just puts me in awe that they're here and how safe it are, and the support that Thai people has given these malls. It's just, I thought it was at one time Bangkok has 4 million people, but no, it's actually over 12 million and counting.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what time of the day, what day of the week that you go. Every mall that we've been to has been busy. There's always people in there, and there's so many employees in there. You can see, how they do their best to employ the maximum amount of people that they can.
The thing about them is that they're the third place. If you want to go hang out with your friends or go sit and have a meal or watch a movie or just have a place to chill, like the mall is where you go. It's air conditioned, it's huge, you can go and see a ton of different things, and so it's the other place that you can go to. Rather, if you're not old enough for like the nightlife or whatever, you can just go to the mall and hang out and do fun things with your friends.
So besides the mall, we've also gone to some other places in the city that are on the list that you should definitely go and see. One is the Erewhon Museum, which is the giant, how many? 3-headed?
Yeah, it's a giant 3-headed elephant.
Yeah, and on the inside of it is just absolutely beautiful. All the carvings and the colors, and it's supposed to be like the bottom floor is below earth, and then in earth, and then heaven or something. Like there's levels and you can climb the steps, and the higher you go, when you get all the way to the top, it's like, it's like the head of the elephant, and you can't even take any pictures. It's supposed to be such a sacred area. So
my take on it is like a baseball field. If you build it, they will come. And that's what I got out of it.
And then we also went to the Grand Palace and the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, which is very old. There are all old buildings, and the Grand Palace is huge, and there's a museum there with the Queen Mother. She was the one who brought the attention to Thai silk back in the day, and there's all these different outfits in the museum that show what she wore to different places around the world to bring attention, and just the grandeur of the Watts themselves are what really got to me. All the little pieceworks of the little pieces of glass and metal and all the different things that they put in there. It's amazing, the work that went into it.
It's the work that went into it, but also what you can feel is like the love that they had for like making it and keeping it up to date and like sacred for like so long, like so many years. So that's
Well,
really
on top
cool.
of that, all those walls when we walked in around the paintings
Oh yeah,
of
there's the
all the
hand paintings
stories, and
of
it's all gold leaf inside of it. And I mean, and they're continuing to keep it, like they're still working on it to keep it preserved and stuff. So it's really pretty.
obviously we went to a whole bunch of places within like the first 2 or 3 weeks, and then of course we're in a new place, we're in a new, climate and everything. We all got super sick.
Yeah.
I knew I had a cold one morning and my throat was hurting, and I said, "Mom, I don't feel good." And it got worse and worse and worse from there. So I spent like 2 or 3 days in bed. We went to the pharmacy. I had told them my symptoms. They gave me 3 prescriptions. It was about $7 US for all 3 of them. And then I slept for 3 days.
And speaking of pharmacy, I had to get a couple of my medications that I take on a regular basis. And all I did was take my bottles in there and show them to her. And she gave me two options, like the brand name or the generic. And it cost me like American, with like $40, which is pretty comparable to if I, had to get refills in the United States with my co-payments, except I would have had to go to the doctor first, and that would have been additional co-payments. It would have been additional co-payments to go to the doctor too. So there was no doctor's appointment needed. I just showed them my bottles. They gave me what I needed, and I was out the door.
So I was away out of town getting my immigration stuff done. But when I got back, Beth was bedridden. So I decided to go to the pharmacy and get some antibiotics, see how that was working out. So all I did was said, "Here's a symptom. It's green." And she said, "What would you like?" I said, "Something that takes 5 days." She said, "Okay, Z-Pack." I said, "I need 2 of them." She said, "You need 2?" I said, "One for me and one for the wife." She said, "Here you go, $21. And we got better after that.
Yeah. And then the other experience we had with medical things is when we got here and started doing lots of walking. Well, my knee was already hurting when we left, and it continued to get worse when we were here. So I was wearing a brace on it wherever we went. So I thought, well, I'm just going to try to see a doctor. So I got an appointment at a clinic in a hospital, and the experience was so completely different than when you go to like a regular doctor's office or if you go to a clinic, because like you go in and you sit and you wait forever. But we went in, somebody met us and, took our information, went and found somebody to get us registered, got us all registered. We went upstairs. We had like an escort, to see the doctor, an escort to go get the x-ray, the escort. I mean, it was just still so service related compared to how our medical system is in the United States. I mean, you go to a clinic or an ER or whatever, you sit there for hours waiting and nobody comes in upstate to you. Nobody, it's completely different experience. Turned out I just had like some fluid or whatever in my knee, and they just gave me some, just told me to continue to take like Motrin and gave me some cream to put on it. And it's gotten a lot better since I followed that routine. So that was my experience with the medical end of things. Going back to the subject, we getting the condo ready actually for living here, because when we arrived, our expectations were a little bit higher, but what was going to be here when we arrived, like there was no cookware, there was no silverware, there was no dishes.
They say that you can eat out for every meal, and you definitely can eat out for every meal, but we're just not those type of people. We do like to, cook when we can. There were certain things that we needed, like a lot of kitchen stuff, just things to make us comfortable.
Yeah, and then also, it was our goal when we got here to make sure the cats had things to do. So
yeah, the cat stuff was a big thing, because as you'll see, we have a whole setup for the cats. They have room to run, room to play, because we didn't want them to be bored, especially if we were going to be doing stuff most days, going out and seeing things. We wanted them to have like a good area and a lot of activity while we were gone.
Yeah, so we found some things, and then we kind of also put some pieces together to kind of make them a whole little area. And out of all 5 of us, those 2 were the ones that adjusted the most quickly to everything. It's like the first night they were good. They were like jumped in the bed with us, slept. I mean, they found the litter boxes just fine, and they never really acted out that much, other than Tula just being mean to Martin anyways, but that's a daily thing.
And then Martin eats wires. So he has eaten one important wire that we did fix and then replace, but otherwise it's like they forgot we flew 16 hours across the world, because they're like, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Snacks taste fine. That's fine.
Yeah. As long as they're with us, I think that's all that matters. Is if we portray that we're good, then they're fine too. So, and then what about us? How's everybody feeling about, since we've been here for a month now?
So a month of the girls learning how to use Grab, and what's the other one? Bolt, Shopee. Yeah, it's like they have become professional buyers. They know exactly how to order.
It's worse than Amazon, because you can literally just buy you can use Grab and just grab a soft drink, and somebody will bring you a soft drink on a motorcycle.
They figured out our budget was a little bit over $1,000 on the Grab and stuff. So.
But that's for food. That's our food. That's not
very specifically the food amount. Was about $1,300 over 35 days.
Right.
So, and there's 3 of us. Yeah, we like to eat.
I don't think that's over, because if you look at what people spend for 3 people in America on just a weekly basis, that's not out of budget to me, because that comes out to $12 a piece per day.
We have to compare it to, all 3 of us lived in my 1-bedroom apartment for 3 months in America, and we were probably spending at least $200 to $250 a week at the grocery, just for the 3 of us to just keep stuff in the house. And we of course never went out as much as we do here. There's stuff to say about it. It's like we may be spending a little bit more, but we're also we're not cooking barely at all. But
we're not spending money on gas. We're not cooking. We get to pick. All 3 of us can pick something that we want to eat versus cooking one meal. And
it's true. We can have all 3 different meals completely, and it's still cheaper than having one meal at one restaurant and one day in Indiana,
Yeah.
So I don't see a problem there about eating. We did learn, everybody says that when you come to Bangkok, it's going to eat you up, swallow you, and spit you out again if you don't watch out. So we had to learn a lot of different ways of travel, including learning how to use the taxi service, the Grab, the Bolt, and
which Grab and Bolt are basically like Uber and Lyft.
But I'd learned that if you're going to use a Grab or a Bolt, go to somewhere where it's easy to be picked up, and then find the one that accepts the ride that's less than 5 minutes, because traffic is hell, and their 20-minute turns into an hour. So I've decided that it's better for me to just flag down a taxi and then ask them, take me here, and then say, I'll give you 200 baht or 300 baht. And then they always shake their head because they like the way I bargain.
And they're not on the meter, so they don't really.
Yeah, they can go on the meter, but I just tell them, I'll give you 200 baht, and they look at me and go, okay.
You always hear, don't take a taxi like that, and make sure they turn on their meter and things like that. But for us, there's 3 of us. The road that our condo is on is a very busy road. It's a very busy one-way road. And if they're not going the way that we need to go, it's very hard for us to get an actual car to get over here. We have a lot of canceled rides just because it's hard for them to get here.
And so you have somebody who speaks Thai.
And we do have somebody who speaks Thai, so it's easier to use a taxi because he can actually negotiate.
So I got proficient at getting the taxi and stuff.
And we still have water taxi.
And the water taxi.
And if for some reason you're not with us, then Savannah and I we'll jump on the water taxi or go to the BTS, and we've learned how to ride the trains. I'm learning a lot. I'm trying to learn how to figure out which stops and stuff are, but Savannah's like she's become
she's an expert on the train BTS.
We actually rode the subway last night.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a different one to do, but we also rode it on a Thursday night after work, and that was like
it was packed.
We felt like tuna fish.
Definitely not. We have definitely not to learn the times of the day when to travel.
The rabbit card that we use for the BTS, that's one of the first things we got. It does not work on the MRT. You actually do have to get a ticket on the MRT.
So the BTS is a SkyTrain, and the MRT is like the subway.
It's the subway, yeah.
If you plan to use the MRT as well as the BTS, you get a card just like you do for the
BTS. They do have the cards that you can get just like for the MRT.
Load the money at it.
Yeah, that's a lot easier because we just go when we need to. We add some money to our card and then that's it. I mean, it's like 25 baht to go one way to a stop to a mall.
It was just the first time we'd used the MRT. I wasn't fully prepared. We'd actually, due to some stuff you'll hear about later, we haven't left the house in like 2 or 3 days, so I wasn't fully prepared. I didn't have change, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna, I'm putting up with it for today, but I be prepared. Bring lower bills, bring change, that kind of thing.
So I think the main thing that we've talked about so far is it's the expectation of most people. They see all these YouTube videos and stuff that talks about, oh, your rent is, so low and you can just go out every day and you can eat food for so cheap. For one person, yes. But if you come with a family or 3 people like we did, where we're sharing the expense of everything, it's not so cut and dry as that. Like, okay, and going into the whole condo thing, we picked our condo online. We really didn't see it in person. We got a video, and the things that were attractive to it was one, it is in a central location in the city. It is pretty
it's right in the middle.
It's pretty easy to get to pretty much anywhere in Bangkok, either by one form of transportation or another, even if you have to walk a little ways to get to the BTS or whatever. But it is an older building, and it comes with its own set of issues. It's much bigger than any of the newer condos because it's like 1,200 square feet, something like that.
So yeah, it's like 100 square meters.
Yeah. So it's bigger than most of the newer like condos that you get, which is nice because we have the cats. They can run around. That's good. It's nice aesthetically inside because it's got pretty wood floors, and the rooms are set up weird, but
it's dated.
Yeah, it is dated.
You can make it your own very easily, which is what we have done.
Right. But then you get into the issues of, once again, it's an older building and things happen. And this week, starting on Valentine's Day, we started hearing this dripping noise, and I look over and there's water coming out of one of the light fixtures in the ceiling. So we got a hold of the landlord. They came in. The guy's like cutting the drywall out with a flashlight, and he says he fixed it. I'm like, literally the minute they walk out and turn the water back on, it starts dripping again. So we call in our back. The guy comes back. And then he starts to look, and he's like, oh, it's something or other. It's gonna have to get these connections. So it's okay. Just go ahead and turn the water on when you need to and let it drip through the electric light.
He showed us how to turn the condo water on in like a very kind of scary building, like cabinet that we can just get into.
Yeah.
So,
and all this, of course, is happening while George is gone for the 4th or 5th time.
Yeah, that was my 4th time going down to Thrat and doing my immigration paper. But that's another video that we can do. But I was away, and I'm glad I was away because I didn't have to mess with
ridiculous. So all that said about the condo and repairs and everything, that's been the worst thing that's happened, is just water pouring out of the ceiling, which is, it's just a thing. It happened. It's over with now. They have fully completed the repairs and everything. Otherwise, everything's comfortable in here. The air conditioners work great. The water, when it's not dripping out of the ceiling, works great. You know, there's been no problems. The internet's a little weird.
Which that's probably going to be the next.
That's going to be the next thing we try to figure out. But it's working mostly. It's working like, I don't know, 50%. We have days that have been hotter than what is usual for us. And there's been some random grumblings from some certain people about how when they come in here, it's too hot or the bedroom's too hot or whatever. And it's funny because I know that we're nowhere near like the hot season at all. And it's going to get worse. And we all have to kind of deal with it. So even I've been taking my air conditioner and keeping it on a warmer setting and have the fan going now. So I can try to acclimate my body to just being warmer, because it's going to be warmer, it's going to be humid and muggy, and we're going to hate ourselves and each other. So it's like we have to work through that, try to figure out how to stay comfortable.
I mean, and with that being said, we got our first electric bill. It was only for maybe half the month, and so with our rent and our internet, which we didn't get a water bill that month, but even so, it was still like about,
I think the electricity itself was what, 600 baht?
Yeah, it wasn't much. It was like less than our internet bill. Our internet bill is like 600, and I think the electric was like 400 or 500. So.
Yeah, so I mean, that I'm sure for if someone is Thai and they're listening to that number, they're like, "Oh my God, your energy is crazy." But for us, it's like $20.
Yeah.
So I think we can deal with $20 of just keeping our air
we
conditioners
still
on.
haven't spent for our rent and utilities. We haven't spent over $1,350 or something, which I don't think you could. Most people, 3 people living in
with my 1-bedroom apartment where we were, filled to the brim. Like that's how much we paid per month. So this one's great.
Yeah.
So that, that we are talking about like actual costs, like things are going to be more expensive when you're a full family coming here. So, we've talked already a bit about, our electricity, about the rent and everything like that. We talked a little bit about, Grab and our food. Obviously, I think I said something that was like 1,300 over 35 days that we've been here. And that sounds like a lot, but again, it's 3 people, sometimes we eat 2 or 3 times a day off of Grab. And then when we go out and do stuff, we find stuff out on the street too, and that's almost negligible in cost because it's always cheaper to find a street food vendor or whatever. But
and I mean, you see all the single people on there and they're saying, I just walk out of the condo and I just go to the street vendors and get food. Well, you can't really do that for every single meal. I mean,
some people do,
yeah, but
I think for us, I don't want to walk out and then walk, what is it, like the mile? I cannot tell you how much a mile is in meters, but walk the mile down the street to get to the BTS where there are food vendors, and then where I can go somewhere to go get food every single time.
Right.
It would probably be better for me.
And it's great if you want to get walking food, because it's not like a restaurant. When you go to a food vendor, it's not a restaurant where you sit down and you order, you get your food. It's in like a little bag, you either eat it there or you carry it home or whatever. At least with like Grab, which is food delivery, basically from anywhere in the city. I mean, you go on the app and there's like hundreds of places. You pick what you want, it comes within, 30 minutes to an hour maybe. And it's all packed in a way that you don't need a plate. You don't need silverware.
There is a lot of plastic usage. I will say it is a very large amount of plastic usage. It's just something you kind of got to get used to. Just about every place around here does recycle and everything like that. So I know that even though there is a lot of plastic usage, there is a lot of places that do recycle, and so I think that hopefully kind of balances things out. But that is one thing that we've noticed is like you will get bags of stuff, of soup and bags of drinks.
A lot of the cups and stuff that they send things in, they're reusable. Like they send juice in like a bottle that you can hold on to and you can use it for other stuff. Same thing with the water. Like we're not drinking water out of the sink for drinking water, but there's a machine downstairs and you get some.
Yeah, we do refill our water it's probably like every 4 or 5 days, depending on how much water we're drinking. But we have a bunch of big 1.5 liter bottles that we fill them all, put them in the fridge, and drink off of those for a couple days. Speaking of Grab and delivering, Grab, Shopee, anything that you order that comes to the condo goes into the lobby, and the lobby has a delivery area. And I am telling you, those lobby people who work down there, they know us by name, face, number, everything. We have got so much stuff, and every day they're like, hello, here's your 5 boxes you've gotten today. I mean, and
it has gone down.
It has gone down
because we've completed pretty much what we needed to complete. So
it is a whole job in itself to just be those front desk people, because we're just one condo and we do order a lot of stuff.
38 floors, or
there's 36 floors in this condo, and yes, people order stuff all the time. So, and it's not Amazon. Amazon Prime doesn't come once a day with 50,000 packages. It is 40 to 50 little tiny logistics companies or people just on bikes who go to
mostly guys on motorcycles.
Yeah, they pick up items from a central like delivery location, and they go out and deliver them. And so deliveries are coming literally all day, every day. And so they have to be so organized. They go through each package, see who's on it, write their condo number on it. They keep a whole log. They know when you've picked it up. Like, they do their due diligence. And like I said, they get to know you. And so we tell them hello every morning, and they tell us when we got
the door, and they're like, "You got a package?" We're like, "Okay, we'll get it when we come back."
Yeah.
But also with the Grab too, like, you just get a notification, "Hey, your food's downstairs," and they
send you a picture
table for it, and it's just all lined up. You can get your groceries that way. I mean, I see like big, huge things of water, and they even get their little alms that they use to put at the temples and stuff, like their little flowers. They can order those. I mean, like I said, one day I just needed some decongestant and a couple, things of coconut water, and you just order it. You don't.
They bring it to you.
I mean, they just bring it to you.
I will say that last night I woke up at about 2:30 and I had really bad heartburn, and I knew we had burned through all the heartburn medicine we had here. And so like 2:30 in the morning, I made a Grab order and said, "Can you bring me some heartburn medicine?" And so like 30 minutes later, they left it downstairs, sent me a picture, and I was like, "Okay, great, I can go back to sleep."
And they do charge you a little fee to do it, but it's not, overall, priority delivery is probably the most expensive.
Yeah.
But you can pay like, I don't know, like $4 a month or something to get like express or whatever, a lot cheaper. So it's minimal. You don't even notice it on the pricing when you get delivery. It's not.
I'm sure people do notice it. We don't. We're bad about
because
that.
We're used to. We're used to spending a whole lot more for that kind of stuff. So yeah.
But otherwise, our shopping has definitely gone down since we've gotten the house like decorated as we want. As we've gotten more used to things. It's just feeding ourselves and finding places to go. Transportation is one of those things too. Like, I know that we've filled out our rabbit cards. We've put more money in them. I think at least I know I've used at least 1,000 baht just going on the BTS and a bazillion places, which is $30 over a month to just go places. So there are some costs in transportation, but it like, imagine if you didn't have a car in a big city and you were taking a taxi everywhere in America, you would be broke in like 5 days. So for this, it's the public transportation is great. It's wonderful.
Yeah, if you took an Uber from here to the airport, it would cost. It
was like $50.
It would be like $50. And then here, probably if you got on the BTS and took the transportation to the airport, it's probably
like 12, 13,
maybe.
The question is are you guys having fun? Or is everything here available to you? And is it livable here? And do you feel like you need to go back, or do you miss home?
I miss some things. I miss just being able, like, if I want to go somewhere, just go jump in the car and go, versus having to wait or walk to transportation. I miss having people who speak the same language. It's really hard when, they're saying stuff to you and you don't know what they're saying. And I feel bad because I feel like I'm acting privileged with the expectation that they're going to understand what I'm saying, and they don't. So that's a little culture shock for me. Personally, I don't really care for the city. it's a lot. It's anxiety ridden for me when we have to try to be able to get places, and it's so crowded with people, and the pollution and things like that. But it's not like I can't. I mean, I'm dealing with it. It's fine. I'm happy with it. I can do with it. It's just, there are some things that you have to learn how to deal with. So
I miss my sister and my friends, but I also talk to them like every day. So they get lots and lots of like weird updates in the middle of the night for them.
I'll be honest. When George and I were traveling, we didn't talk to our family as much then as we do now. Like, we literally text them
every day
and tell them what we're doing and stuff. And we hear more from them now than we did before. So no, we don't have that like physically being in front of them, but as far as communication and stuff goes, I mean, we haven't lost that part of it. And it is nice to have, like, for me to have Savannah here, because at least I'm attached to see one of my kids regularly. But even when we were traveling before, we didn't see them that often. So for me and George, it's not as hard as it is, I think, for Savannah, because
we're all adults. We would get into the point where we wouldn't see each other for a while anyway. But it's just to go from that to just seeing a bunch of people every day. I got no idea who you are. It's just harder. It's also the first time that I've left or moved out of the area that I knew, because like I've never, like, that's the area that I lived in. I'm not, like, my sister and my brother both at some point lived with mom and dad, in Florida or in different places, and I only ever visited, so this is completely new for me. So
are you okay?
Yeah. It's fun. It's I like seeing new stuff and learning about the super mundane, like how people live. For me, every day is like a new adventure, like learning to use the butt sprayer or learning those little things. I think are just such an adventure. I just want to know how normal people live, and normal people live this way,
Okay.
So what about you, George, before we finish up? You have just acquired a brand new set of family members, like your dad and stepsisters and cousins and all that kind of stuff. How are you feeling about that?
It's just like riding a bike, not a big deal. I have a sister, I have a brother, I have more brothers now, and a bunch of family that just popped up that I haven't seen since I left Thailand. So it was nice.
You have a dad who you haven't seen in 60 years. It
was nice. They're more happy to see me than I'm happy to see them. So I mean, I can live without. I think they want me in their life. So I don't know. Just we're gonna keep in touch. We got places to visit. We have.
I think once me and Savannah get a chance to like spend time with your family too, it'll feel a little bit easier for us too, because we know that we have people here, and they're so. Even though we haven't even like spent any time with us, she's like your aunt, your dad's sister is like sending plants and and she sent me coconut water and and
she likes the cat. Her cat as much as I like my cat.
Yeah.
So that's a cool thing.
Yeah. And at some point we'll get to go out like to their farm and stuff and actually get to see that kind of, see like how rural people live.
I'm amazed by how versatile Thai people are. They're always working and doing something. I always ask them, hey, when have you gone out of the country? And they said, never. And I ask them why. It's because it's too expensive to go out of the country. They said, everybody comes here. Nobody leaves here to go out. So unless you have money, and Thai money compared to the other countries are like fractional, very, very little compared to, you have to be well off.
Well, also you can travel in this country, you can travel from here like 5 hours and you're in the mountains, and you travel 2 hours and you're on, you're in a tropical beach.
Coming into Thailand, there's everything here that you need.
Yeah.
Everything.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So
anyways,
future plans is it's only been a month and a half. Like really, we haven't been here that long, but still looking for condos or places to live in Hua Hin. If my dad's family has anything to do with it, they're gonna want us to live in Southeast Thailand. So, we're still looking around trying to decide what we want to do. But for now, the city is fun.
Yeah. Well, the list right now is George finishes getting his stuff taken care of, and we have to at least get our visas extended and then start the process of me registering our marriage and getting a visa, a marriage visa that will let me stay here yearly, checking in, and for Savannah to get her citizenship taken care of. So that's the next things on our list. George is pretty much done, but then we have
Hopefully.
two more hurdles. Yeah.
Hopefully, it's
Yeah.
pretty much done.
Yeah.
So they say.
Okay. So I think that's.
I think that's
it.
pretty much it. It's a really big update. Obviously it's been a little bit of time since our last one because we got sick. Dad's been gone every weekend. The ceiling started dripping.
Yeah.
So,
So, but in the meantime, you're not looking at our faces. You're getting to see all the images of the condo.
Yeah,
and
we
all
have
the-
a lot of
Yeah.
videos and stuff of just
Yeah.
stuff that we've done.
So just enjoy the pictures while you're listening to us talk, and we'll give you new updates hopefully sooner next time.
All right, bye. Thank you. Subscribe. Woohoo.